Welcome to Smash Bros. Here we discuss our favorite pulp culture from retro video games, TV shows, movies, comics, wrestling, and all types of other stuff while getting smashed on a couple
or several brews,
which we'll review at the end of the episode. This is Gamer Blurred
and Sam,
and let's get smashed. What's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in to episode 4 of Smash Bros. If you're keeping track, even-numbered episodes tend to get a little boozy. Today's episode is going to talk about some of our favorite iconic game moments. This will probably be a recurring episode as there are way too many moments, but today we're going to start with 3 of our favorites each.
Let's tell them what we're sipping on today. I am drinking the 3 Floyd's Apocalypse Cow. So 3 Floyd's Apocalypse Cow. Come here. You're fine. It is from 3 Floyd's Brewing Company. It's in Munster. Is it?
Indiana?
Indiana. Thank you. I was going to say Indonesia, and I was like, that's not.
A long ways,
I was
right?
like, that's not right. It is a complex double IPA, which has an intense citrus and floral hop aroma balanced by a variety malt body, which has been augmented with lactose, milk, and sugar. With this different take on the IPA, we brewed an ale that is both pleasing to drink and, once again, not normal. Cheers! It is an 8.6% IPA. They apparently can be found at 3floyds.com.
Ooh, not bad. All right, I am drinking Ninja versus Unicorn Double India Pale Ale. The funny thing is we were just talking before our last episode that some of these cans have reviews on them or like a story. So we were like, oh, it's perfect. But the last episode, his didn't have one. Mine did. This one, his did. Mine does not. But I will tell you that just off a can alone, the drawing on this can is absolutely dope because it is literally a ninja with a sword against a unicorn with like angry eyes. It's awesome. But this is brewed in Chicago, Illinois. My dog is going crazy. It's from Pipeworks Brewing Company, and like I said, it's an awesome can, and it's a 8% alcohol, so pretty good so far. So let's see how it goes.
To be honest,
let's get into it.
Can art is a huge thing with
it.
Me.
Really is.
With like when it comes to alcohol, I'm like, ooh. Like that's how I choose sometimes how I'm going to be like, oh, which one I'm going to review for this episode. And I'm like, oh, that looks like a cool can.
So yeah, we went to the liquor store and my wife was like, if you're going to drink beer, I'm going to get some beer. I was like, okay, cool. So she got some blueberry Massachusetts and I had picked up the beer for our last episode. And then she was like, what are you going to get for your next one? I'm like, I don't know. And she actually saw this can. She saw the unicorns and my daughter absolutely loves unicorns. And then when I flipped the can, because I was like, oh, it looked a little weird. I saw the ninja, and I was like, absolutely. I got to get that one. So I'm happy I picked this one out. It's very cool. I definitely agree that can art makes for a lot of the choices that I make when it comes to beer. So let's get into it. Like I said, today we're going to be talking about some of our iconic game moments. Basically, as gamers, we play tons and tons of games. There's so many iconic game moments that we go through, as we play this game or as we play these games. So the one that I want to go into first is one of my favorite series, which is Metroid. But this particular game moment is Samus when she is escaping in Super Metroid for the Super Nintendo. So I'll set the stage a little bit. But basically, what happens is Samus encounters Mother Brains and gets absolutely up by her laser beam. Like all your missiles and everything are just gone. Like you think you're gonna die, and then all of a sudden, the giant Metroid comes in, attacks Mother Brain. Steals all of her power, saves the day, sacrificing itself. It comes over and gives you like all the power. You get the hyper beam. You up Mother Brain, but Mother Brain still ends up killing the Super Metroid, which I didn't realize is a whole lot more like Alien 3 than I remembered in the old days. But like,
do you think they copied it, or
I don't know. Like, I don't know which one came first. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna go ahead and say that Super Metroid came before Alien 3, but it's like definitely the same storyline because Ripley has the alien like hybrid that pretty much imprints itself on Ripley. Ripley ends up battling the Queen, and the alien hybrid like sacrifices itself to save Ripley, and then ends up getting like sucked out on the spaceship. Like that seems pretty similar to the storyline. Obviously, not exactly the same, but. Sam is looking that up. I definitely kind of want to know which one came first. But anyways,
Alien 3.
Alien 3 came first. Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Super
all right.
Metroid is from 94.
Ooh. Okay.
Alien 3 is from 92.
Now that is interesting. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so like I said, you get the hyper beam, you kill Mother Brain. So now a countdown timer starts off, and you have to beat feet to get out of this. Backtrack everything that you did to get to Mother Brain, and you race to your ship. And then as you fly off, you watch as the planet cracks and blow up. It's pretty epic.
Now I have a question about this. So I actually, and a lot of people might be mad, and I did not play Super Metroid. Is it similar to the Escape in? Like, so we did episode 1 where we did Ori's, or maybe it was 2, but Ori, when you're running around.
Pretty much every Ori.
Yeah. So it's like that type of Metroidvania.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like so, and that's
Metroidvania.
Yeah. Super Metroid pretty much kicked off all the other Metroidvanias. So yes. That is what Ori 1 and 2 definitely got their escapes from.
Okay.
And it's as intense as those other ones.
No, but here's
not as much as a we're gonna kill you because we want to type of thing. But yes, it is.
Now with that, because Ori, you can get to the beginning. Did Metroid have a save system like that, or was it just
Metroid save or Super Metroid save system was definitely a lot more sparse because it was in certain rooms. You had to find like a little. I guess it was like a reload station, and you'd find it in a room.
Yeah,
you'd access it, and you'd be able to save your game. But it wasn't like everywhere. You had to make sure you like found the room.
Yeah,
and then it'd be fine. But yeah. It would suck because sometimes you like. So me as a gamer, I get cocky. Like I
get that.
I'll go through like a bunch of levels and be like, oh, this shit's easy, and I'll keep going. I'll see a save, and I'm like, I don't need that save, and then I'll immediately get my shit up and be like,
you didn't
wish I saved.
So you don't save every time?
Not well. It depends on the game.
I'm like, every time I see you save, I'm like, anyways, hello.
So, like, RPGs, I probably oversave
100%
all the time. Like, action games or Metrovanias, I probably don't save as much as I probably should.
That makes sense.
If I'm being honest.
Okay.
But yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite moments. Like I said, Metroid is one of my favorite genres. I don't know if you watched our Ori episode, but Metrovanias, like I love them. This game is what got me into those because it was just awesome. I didn't actually own a Super Nintendo, but my buddy did, and we if you follow my Instagram, I will always talk about game wars or console wars. Like I was a huge Genesis fanboy.
Yep.
Like, you couldn't tell me any different.
Nope.
My buddy, if I could drop names, Kofi Kingston. So Kofi was my boy.
Forget that you hung out with him.
So he owned a Super Nintendo, and we swapped for like a week. Yes, my dog's going crazy again. We swapped for a week, and I got to play like all the games that he owned. He got to play all the games that I owned.
Oh, by the way,
Super Metroid was one of them.
Yeah. It was Kofi Kingston. He's in the WWE now. Yes. He's part of the what is it, New Day Age?
New Day.
New Day. Yeah. Remember New Day? Yeah, that's Kofi Kingston.
So
2009.
Yeah, his real name is Kofi Sacodiamento.
Oh, no. Don't pay attention to that.
You can find it on Wikipedia. So
you can find that on Wikipedia. It was Kofi Kingston in 2000. I think it's about 2009. Randy Orton tried to ruin his career because Kofi forgot the ending of their match. Anyways, Kofi Kingston, my boy knows him.
So, Kofi, if you ever listen to this, sorry for name dropping you, but I had to. But anyway, and actually, I'm sorry.
I mean,
it was.
He's not sorry because the fact of the matter is he did swap with you. So Kofi.
Actually, I think it was more like a month that we swapped. It was a pretty good amount of times. I played a good amount of games.
Yeah, Kofi.
I got Super Metroid. I got his Final Fantasy, Super Mario, and like a couple other games. But this was definitely the game that I played the most.
Who was it from? Kofi Kingston, right?
Unfortunately, I didn't get to finish this like when I had his Super Nintendo. But when we got the Switch for my kids, I finally got to finish it. And loved every minute of it. Like, this is a great game, and again, one of my most iconic game moments. So Sam is going to go ahead and give his first one.
I mean, she's pretty awesome. And by the way, that was a crazy.
Which again, like I said, this is going to be recurring, and I'm going to go ahead and hint that that's probably going to be another one.
Yeah, when you find out that he is a she is kind of cool. Like, it was cool by them. Mine was taking the Master Sword and Link to the Past. Mm-hmm. So Super Nintendo, so we have a recurring, but that was one of the first games I ever played when I was a kid. I played Super Mario 3, and I also played Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. And actually, I'll give you another, like, within the game. I had to buy Zora's flippers for $500. It was mom, dad, and kids were saved as the games in that when we first got it. And I played the kids more than anybody else. And I bought the Zora's flippers for 500 rubies, which was all our rubies. And my brother and sister got so mad at me. And I was 5 years old, and I was so upset they were mad at me. What I did was, I literally hit every bush until I got 999 rubies. And I was like, F you. Like, there you go. There's all your fucking money back. But the best was, like, and it was iconic to the point, I have a tattoo of Link to the Past with Ganon, Zelda, and Link. He's holding the Master Sword. He's got the Hyrulean shield. But like what it was, and I almost got the 8-bit version, and then it just wouldn't fit any of my other tattoos. And like at the same time, I was like, that's kind of corny. But getting those 3 different pendants, and then you bring it to that the forest. And once you pull those Master Sword out and those pendants surround you, and you're in that cloudy forest, and you actually brighten up the whole sky, and it leads you to the top of that top of the tower because you've gone to the dark realm. It's like fuck, which actually leads you to Ocarina of Time, which was crazy too, because the same thing when you pull it out, and the next thing you know, you're 7 years older. And it's the same thing. Ganondorf, whoever you want to like. Gandalf the Great. Gandalf the Great.
You shall not pass.
You became white, and we were no, but honestly, God, like, which, by the way, I saw a meme about that. It was like he told everybody to leave, and then he fights the fire dragon or fire demon and gets all the XP to become Ganon the White.
One of my favorite memes.
I was like, that's straight up facts. I was like, he legit stole all the EXP. But anyways, you next thing you're on top of the tower in the dark realm, and they explain, like, that's the craziest thing about these Super Nintendo, and like there wasn't a video where like they're just like nice little fucking 3 paragraphs, and it was like, that's your life now.
You're in it. Deal with it.
Go find a monkey who can open up a shrine. You're like, oh shit, okay. And that was my first iconic moment.
So again, like I said, I didn't have Super Nintendo, but actually I didn't get to play this game, and like I love Zelda, which I will go.
You never played Link to the Past.
I had never played Link to the Past.
Wait, you said I never.
I had never. Until again the Switch. Like the Switch is the greatest thing because of that like Super Nintendo like section that they have.
Because you know what the Switch. So here's Nintendo. I'm gonna throw it out there. So Xbox, PS4, they're all cocky. They unzip their pants. They show you what they're about, right? Nintendo has always been about like, yo, what's up? You want to choose Nintendo?
We know the IP you love.
Thank you.
That's what we're gonna give you.
They're like
every time.
They give you like all like the like caressing. They're like, hey baby, you want to get on the internet? Like the Wii was the same way. Here's the retro shit. Love you too. And like fucking Nintendo has always been like, they've been such a baller like that.
Do you like Mario?
Yeah,
they're gonna give you 17.
Did you say Mario?
I did. I always say Mario. I don't know why.
You say Mario.
I say
Jerseyan?
But like if I say a name, I'm like Mario.
It's Mario.
But if I talk, I'm like Mario.
It's the funniest thing because like New Yorkers or anyone else will say Mario, and then I'm like, no, it's Mario. And so I went to speech class, so like anything like
which is funny because if you listen to these, sometimes the vocabulary is not there with Sam.
Oh no! The speech class teaches nothing about vocabulary, just about articulation. There's the difference. And like by articulation doesn't mean that I'm going to do sweet Australian accents. Continue.
Absolutely not.
Crikey! Continue. So like mine was Link to the Past. That was my first introduction to video games. I loved Super Mario 3. I loved Super Mario 2. Those were cool. I love the idea of like my favorite. Like that introduced me to Luigi. I love it's so weird the flutter kick. For like, I love it.
Really, Super Mario. Was it just Super Mario 2?
That was 2.
Yeah, like that was a great game. Like Toad and Princess,
and then like Princess popping up.
Yes.
And then you know the thing is, I think that might have been my introduction to like other than other things. But that's my introduction to liking the second character. Do you know what I mean? Like like Cyclops is, and everybody hate Cyclops, but Cyclops love Wolverine.
So it's not even the second character. Like, all right, we all know the stories of how cheap programmers were back in the day, and everything was like a fucking palette swap.
Well, the fact of the matter is that Mario and Zelda like shared the same code.
Yeah, they were like, we can switch like one thing.
Mm-hmm.
We can easily program a mustache, but we can't program anything else. So we'll just turn him green. He's Luigi now. Hey, but Luigi is his own character.
Yeah, he's great too.
I think he needs more fucking respect. Like, so my kid got Luigi's Mansion 3 on the Switch. You know what? We're just gonna say it. Switch is fucking dope. Like I gave a lot of shit to the Switch because I own the Wii, and I thought the Wii was okay, but I was like, yeah, like I own an Xbox 360 at the same time, and I was like, I play that way more often. So like I ended up getting an Xbox One. My kids were like, oh, we really want the Switch. And I was like, whatever. So I got them the Switch. Like, that was their machine. I was like, don't touch my Xbox. That's mine now. And then, like,
Which is so
they
funny,
would get
like,
some.
kids do not touch their.
They would
the
get
Switch.
some cool games like on the Switch, and like we would start playing. Then I was like, so then the pandemic happened, and we got Mario Party.
Oh,
And I will say, like, super underrated game. That was like mad fun. And then they got a couple other party games, and then they started getting some like single player games, and I was like, this is kind of tight. Like, I like it. Now I'm like, what can I get? And I'm like, oh, I haven't played Breath of the Wild. You haven't played it yet? Stop it. I know.
Oh, how many times do I have to tell you? It is one of the most addicting games.
So that's
I'm
gonna
gonna headbutt you.
That's gonna be another episode. We're gonna talk about
it? Is literally
we're gonna talk about our backlog.
TVY7 Witcher.
We're gonna talk about our
love
backlog.
Witcher.
We're gonna talk about our backlog.
No,
and that is definitely one of my backlogs.
I'm headbutting you right now. Anyways, get in your.
The second half of episode 4 will continue in a moment. If you would like to hear the full, unadulterated version of the episode, please subscribe to the Smash Brew podcast, which you can find on iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. But for now, let's keep getting smashed.
Woman, Gears 2, he opens up the pod. She's beautiful. She's got this crazy good hair. She comes in, she's beautiful. As she comes out, she ages immediately because been sucking. The whole idea is they've been sucking out their like fucking essence, and she immediately becomes old, decrepit, and like a shell of herself. She's like, right? Marcus gives Dom one of the revolvers, one of the fucking best like handguns in the game, and walks away. And you see on his face, you hear boom, knowing for a fact he put down Maria. And you're like, what the just happened? Crazy moment in the game. He killed his own wife. He goes on, and the way I played it, I automatically just chainsawed everybody. I looked my friend in the eye. I was like, I'm just done. There's not even a bullet I'm going to shed. I'm going to kill everybody melee style. I murdered everybody. So we cut to game 3. I'm doing my thing, and we go into a fact that you can tell Santiago's all about like, oh, this was the like, what was it? Like, this is the fountain Maria love. Mm-hmm. Like, he's got a knife. He hates his life, which fair. I mean, I get it. Like, I mean, like, you love someone, you had a trial with the person.
Multiple
children with the people there. They got killed too, and like Dominic's whole background is like a tragedy. Yeah. And you're like, oh shit,
loss upon loss upon loss.
So you're in there, and there's this point in the middle of the game where like you're completely surrounded by the locust. You're completely surrounded by I haven't played the game in a while, but like the other like the faction, like, because you know, like the locust one weren't enough. You have to have the ones that are like immersed in the fucking the earth lava, so they blow up when you shoot them. So you're immersed by everything, and you're surrounded. It's you, Anya, Jace. There's other people there, and Dominic jumps down, and he keeps radioing, "Jump! You gotta jump!" And you're like, "Oh shit! Okay, like what's gonna happen? I can't wait till Dominic saves the day. It's great." He drives all the way through a tunnel, comes all the way back, and he's like, "Maria, I can't believe." Yeah, he's like, "Maria, I can't believe."
That's the fucked up. He's talking.
He's like, "Maria, I can't believe this is the way it's gonna go, but this is how I'm gonna meet you, girl." And you're like, "What? What do you mean?" And he's like, "Maria, I can't wait to see you!" And he runs himself into the fuck because he realized there was like gas tanks, and he was blowing up the gas tanks in order to kill. And he was telling everyone to jump to the other side because he knew he was going to blow up the area that was conduced or like it was congested by the fucking locust.
And like you see this look on his face the entire time. Like he knows what he's doing. It's he's not coming out of this.
He looks to the sky. He punches the fucking like the oil tanker truck. He's punching it. He knows what's happening. Which, by the way, as a person who named their kid Dominic, I was very upset when I had a place that says Jace. But it is one of the most iconic moments for me because you're like, holy shit. This motherfucker sacrifices himself. It's not like so. I like again one of my third iconic moments would be from The Last of Us, but I'm waiting for Eric to play it, and I don't want to spoil it in his ear because it was one of the best endings I've ever had, and there was a midsection. I was like, hell yeah! But Dominic killing himself, which sucks because he's been in 1 and 2, and he's been a fucking 100% boss next to Marcus Phoenix. Which, let's not even get into that. If you're going to play Gears of War, you find out his name is JD Phoenix, right? His name is James Dominic Phoenix. Which, by the way, you want to talk about iconic moments? I was like, oh, shit, that is fucking wholesome. He is naming his kid's middle name after the dude who saved his life multiple times. You're like, oh shit. Metal Gear. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking, you're like, yes. That's what I'd have to say.
So, Metal Gear is one of my favorite games. We need to have a episode that we're probably going to do shortly. But me and my wife used to play Metal Gear a lot. So, I'll leave it at that until we get into the episode. But yeah, that scene, like, we actually rewatched it like right before this, and I automatically started choking up because I knew it was gonna happen. Like that was.
Oh, you meant Gears of War. You said Metal Gear.
I'm sorry, Gears of War. Like
yeah,
that immediately just started. Like I started choking up. I knew it was gonna happen. Such a great game. Good shit. Good shit, Sam. Yeah. I knew I was gonna like Sam when we first met. When he told me that his son's name was Dom, and I'm like, why did you choose the name Dom?
I'll let everybody.
And he was like, do you know Gears of War? And I'm like, I absolutely fucking do. And he was like, yep. And I was like, this cat right here.
Yep. I'm like, the thing is, I love doing anything, like I like doing jock shit too, but I love nerd stuff.
Yeah, this is why we are two fucking peas in the pod, and why we do this show.
Yeah.
And, all right, so we're gonna do Smash review time.
All right. So mine was 3 Floyd's Apocalypse Cow. It is, to throw it out again, it's 8.6% alcohol content, and I honestly think it's a 5 out of 5. So that thing was smooth.
I will chime in on this one because I got a brief taste.
Yeah, I gave you a sip, and you loved it.
It was delicious.
So good. I was like, oh, shit. As a double IPA, I was like, oh, this is going to be okay. Like, this might be one of those too intense things. I'm hiccupy, by the way, if you hear it. But I was like, this might be too intense.
About my dog barking if you can hear it.
I was like, oh, it might be too intense. But at the same time, it is, like, crazy good. It's smoother than the other one I had. 5 out of 5. Great.
I definitely agree. So I had the Ninja versus Unicorn double IPA, which is a 8.0%. So when I first tried this, I think I had it right after our last episode, which I had the Elysium Dayglow, and I did not like it whatsoever. But then I had a couple more afterwards, and it grew on me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a score based off of 1, like I said, the can art is fucking dope. It's a ninja,
Honestly,
literally, versus a fucking angry fucking unicorn. So that gives it like an automatic fucking 3.5. The taste after that, like I'll give it a 4. Like it's fine. It's a good fucking IPA. Not as good as some of the other ones I've had, but I would drink it again. So Ninja versus Unicorn. I'm gonna say fucking Unicorn kind of wins. Some bullshit. Oh, you giving it a 3? All right, it's the same as the 3. He had some as well. Yeah, it could be better. I'll leave it at that.
like it's not bad, but like maybe where we hit it or how we hit it, but it's like mid-level.
Yeah,
It's not too bad.
definitely better. So if you like what you listen to, subscribe to our podcast as well as our YouTube channel. You can find me on Instagram at that8bitlife. Sam will eventually get his own Instagram.
I'm at SEC87 if you want to see me and my families.
It's good shit. It's wholesome as fuck. But we will see you next episode.
See ya!